What's going on, Blues? Welcome back to Life as an Evertonian. So our pre-season continues to be disappointing. Um, this is our match. It's not an instant match review because the game was played late last night, but we're doing our match analysis of how we saw the game last night. Was there any positives from it? Not much. Um, I guess it's just more minutes in the legs. Seeing Tarkowski come back and play 20 minutes plays an integral part of him getting back to match fitness and finding himself back into this Everton team because, let's be honest, we need him and we need Jared Branthwaite. Mistakes again. Um, Mistakes really started in the first 5, 10 minutes. Michael Keane in my post-match review video, I actually said I was looking forward to Michael Keane coming back just so we could play our normal system, what system David Moyes and Everton are used to playing. Even though Michael Keane came back, we didn't. We still saw three across the back, and we were just slow. We couldn't get going. Um, I feel we found ourselves lucky to be one up through a mistake through West Ham losing the ball. However, it was a good driving run from Harrison Armstrong. Again, in my pre-match video, Harrison Armstrong, this is somebody I wanted to see come in at 18 years of age now. And, can he do a job? Can he step up playing against Premier League teams? It was a very good assist. He held his not so much held his run, but he held his time on the ball, waiting for the run for Idrissa Gana to pull off on that right hand side and slot it home, albeit quite a weak effort and probably a mistake from their goalkeeper. But listen, we were 1-0 up, and it felt like for a while we were cruising because West Ham were very poor, probably a little bit better on the ball than us. But a lot of mistakes from both teams. I'm going to sound like Jurgen Klopp here, but I think the weather played a massive part in that. Blustery, windy conditions. I played at grassroots level with windy conditions. My 9-year-old son, there's times where when the game is played in blustery, windy conditions, the game's gone. It really is hard to string passes together and really play that weighted ball. There were a lot of loose balls trying to get played down the line, and they were overhit. It was minging to watch. Let's be honest, it weren't a good watch, especially watching it late, as it were. Came to a point where it was like, right, I'm ready for bed now. Referee, come on, just blow your whistle. Shocking mistake from Travers. Literally, ball played in. Communication between him and Michalenko was obviously off. Travers has come, he's tried to punch it, he's half punched it, the ball's landed in his face, it's fell on the deck, and West Ham have equalised. Really, really poor mistake. Again, that was the second goal mistake. And even the goal that led them to go on to win the game was a mistake, a defensive mistake. You had two players getting entangled with each other. You saw Jimmy Garner stepping out to go and win the ball as it was bouncing. They've collateral banged into each other. I think it was him and Michael Keane. And one of them needs to be going for it. It probably should have been Keane, but Jimmy's gone for it. He's missed it. They've gone and scored. So we saw 45 minutes from Barry. Again, somebody we want to see more minutes from. I think he struggled. You saw certain things that he was trying to do. I do honestly believe that the conditions were really turbulent to play in, and it was for both teams. It was evident to see. I think both very similar. They're at the same stage in terms of recruitment. Players that obviously West Ham losing Kudos and the multiple string of players that Everton have lost who we need to replace with better quality. And you can see the frustrations. I've heard the frustrations today through his interviews. Toffee TV have done a really good segment of the press conference after the game, and you can see David Moyes' frustration with the recruitment, the players that we've not brought in. He's not happy. He's not happy with the attacking sense, what we're doing in the final third. And, let's be honest, just one goal last night through a mistake through West Ham, albeit being a good goal. Behind closed doors, we saw two goals. We saw a nice little cutback on the edge of the box where Alcaraz has bagged. And then obviously we've seen a set piece. We've had a penalty at Aki Stanley. Shocking against Blackburn Rovers. And, these games are coming thick and fast, even though they're in pre-season. And the start of the Premier League season is upon us. Get Man United out the way on Sunday. Weeks are ticking by. There's literally 4 weeks left of the transfer window. We still need players to come in that's going to try and hit the ground running, and I know it's going to be difficult. I think we've got to look at the free transfer market just to get some bodies in that can add competition. And I really mean that, Jamie Vardy, just putting it out there. Honestly, it's been a difficult summer, and I really believe, and I felt the floodgates were going to open up. Once we came into July, I thought, there were going to be deals potentially in place. And I were confident with that, with the likes of Ashley Young not getting offered contracts. And it's almost like you take them players now to be sat on the bench, like in and around like Decore's and Ashley Young's, and I can't believe, I'm saying that. And it is only pre-season, and it is about game time. But let's be honest, you want to see your team win. You want to see them perform. And the performance level is way below where, we should be. You can tell. It's evident to see. I think about that last game of the season away to Newcastle. We didn't have Jared. Moyes has said that. We didn't have Tarkowski. And there was a performance in there. A very good attacking performance. It's not working. Dwight McNeil obviously switched back over to that right-hand side. Albeit, again, this formation is not what Everton are suited to play. There were periods of time where it looked like it were working against Bournemouth, but we fully became unstuck. These mistakes have to get ironed out. And I'm glad that if these mistakes are happening, it's in pre-season and you can learn from them. I would say that the lads looked a little bit fitter last night. And really the main positive for me was seeing Tarkowski back. He's been out for 13 weeks. He's a massive player for us. He's very underrated. We always talk about how good Jared is, and he is going to be, and he already is. I can't fathom how Tarkowski is nowhere near the England setup, and I mean that. I think there's levels to him. I think he's strong. He reads the game well. Fantastic in a tackle. His distribution's decent. He doesn't make many mistakes, and that's a positive for me. Just him coming back to get 20 minutes. After this tournament, we get back home. We get, hopefully, with Jared back at centre half, going into that Roma friendly. Really excited to, make our way to Bramley Moore, the Hill Dickinson Stadium, and see Everton in front of a sellout crowd. And I'm hoping that there's still going to be players coming in before then. We brought in a left back, again, a player that I'm excited to see how he can get integrated into this Everton team. How well can he link up with Njai? I would love a massive signing soon. And I think if we got a massive signing, I think it would change a lot in terms of players getting attracted to come to us. I think a marquee signing is is due for Everton, and I think that signing would be Jack Grealish, in my honest opinion. So, listen, Blues, it's not great. It's not good to watch at the minute. Um, let's stay positive. There's still 4 weeks of the window to go. I'm hoping that there's still going to be 2 or 3 that come in before that first game of the season against Leeds. And then hopefully there's players coming in like after. I'm going to actually do a video and have a look at who's available in this free market, because I think Everton need to have a look at it if they're not already. In my previous videos, I know obviously Kyle Walker-Peters has gone to West Ham. I'd have took him. I'd have gone in for him. I don't know if they did or not. We were linked with him. But yeah, we need to get deals done. We need to get players back. And, we need to see more game time from the likes of Barry. I think he looks a good one. You see what he was trying to do last night. It's just some things weren't like pulling off. So yeah, Blues, let me know your thoughts. Did you stay up to watch the game? Are you over there in America watching the game? Are you seeing any positives? Do you agree with me in regards to Jack Grealish? Would you have him? Would you take him? And yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you haven't subscribed already, please feel free to do so. Click that bell to turn on post notifications. Up the toffees, and I'll see you in the next one.